the reason for this action or this agenda item to come before the commission is the fact that you have the mayor putting items on the agenda that he knows that these dates were set based on a proclamation that he signed. We talked about this last year. We sat here in the same diocese and we spoke about this proclamation that he signed, stating that the memories of the Ocoee Massacre would be anything to do with that be done the first week of November. That's stated. If you want to read the proclamation, it does state that. But the fact of the matter is, now you've taken Founders Day and moved it to cover those dates. And Founders Day does not celebrate the memory of the Ocoee Massacre at all.
All right, now it's my turn. You talked a while ago, you talked now.
You cut me off.
Yes, sir, I did. You talked a while ago, so you asked to explain that.
Well, no,
You explained the same thing. You explained the same thing, so now I'm going to talk.
He brought it back to me for
The
comments,
dates reserved, let's get it to the public, October the 31st and the 1st.
Point of order,
We
sir.
did the proclamation.
There will never, ever be true reconciliation until there is acknowledgement. And acknowledgement is not always a singular moment or time. Because just like if you are having surgery or you get in a bad accident or you have to have some trauma to your body, it takes time to heal. And while you may feel better, sometimes you have scars to remind you that you had that trauma. And so I want the mayor and the commissioners and the residents of Ocoee, because I live in Tampa, Florida, Tampa Bay area, to know that we as a portion of the Descendants of Ocoee, we, my sister, myself, who had personal relations and conversations exclusively almost with our grandmother, who shared things that she remembered. There are many different opinions and thoughts on what actually took place. And that's great. What we all agree on is it was bad. It was not good for a city, for people, for life, for humanity, because the only race that matters is the human race.
I am the first grandchild of the Reverend John Sims and Mrs. Pearl Sims, who were founders of a black settlement in Ocoee, Florida. They were descendants of slaves. They were law-abiding citizens who wanted a better life for themselves and their children. They were landowners who were crop farmers. As citizens, they had a right to vote. But others thought differently. Grandfather lost his life in the Ocoee Massacre of 1920. Grandmother Pearl and her children lost their home. She lost her husband, her provider, children's provider. They lost their father and much more. My dad, David, and his siblings told me time after time after time, it's burned into my soul, that they had to run for their lives through the swamps of West Orange County to a black settlement in Orlando for safety. The night riders, the Ku Klux Klan, came at night with their hoods covering their heads to kill and to plunder. Some of you, I dare say, never had any contact with Ku Klux Klansmen. As a child, we were always harassed by Ku Klux Klan. My first professional job after graduating from Rollins College was at Ocoee Junior Senior High School. I'm a social scientist by training with an emphasis on history and political science. I am an ordained minister of the gospel, serving as an associate to Pastor Leroy Rose III of the New Covenant Baptist Church of Orlando. I guess preaching is in my blood, because my grandfather was a preacher. The Constitution said and says that all men are created equal. The word says that the Creator is no respecter of person. However, some chose to do disbelieve both in the past. And unfortunately, some still do today. I want to share this brief synopsis with you about my beloved grandparents' sins, so that you will hopefully see how the Founders Day celebration clashing with the Massacre Memorial Service is troubling, to say the best, the least, I'm sorry. Some of us are troubled by the conclusion, a conflation of them in a similar time frame, even within the month of November, that could be a separation. I believe.